Hello, hello. So this next breath work exercise we are going to work on is for three-part breathing. And this three-part breathing is called three-part breathing because we basically separate the breaths into three parts. We have the first part, which is our diaphragm. We have the ribs, and then the third part, which is our chest area here. And so if you guys don't know what the diaphragm is, it's basically this muscle that lies right at the base of our last rib here, and it's connected to the rib cage, and when we inhale it actually presses down into the belly, and that's why we feel when we inhale the belly expanding. And as we exhale, the diaphragm actually pulls back up and into the rib cage, and that's why our belly deflates. We also have some intercostal muscles here that basically it's the muscles that are in between all of the ribs here, and so those muscles help to work with this breath especially as well. And so before we start our practice here, I'll have you actually just do natural breathing so that you can start to engage those muscles, and you can start to feel those muscles as well, okay? So the three-part breath helps to calm the mind and the nervous system. It relieves some stress. It also increases the lung capacity, increases immunity, and blood circulation as well. So what's really cool about this breath is that it actually takes in 7 times more oxygen and energy than our normal breath cycle. It could be performed seated or supine, which is again that laying down position. And then it's really good as well for building strength within the diaphragm and the core as well, which is really important. Who knew that breath work could actually strengthen the abdominal wall, right? Okay, so as we get started with this one here, I'll have you just go ahead and place your right hand on your belly, and then the left hand can come on top of the heart or on your chest here. And so go ahead and just try a natural breath cycle here. So as you inhale, you'll notice the belly kind of rising. And as you exhale, the belly falls, and the same with your chest. As you inhale, the chest rises as the lungs fill with air, and then as they fall, or as you exhale, the chest also falls as the lungs decrease with air. And so go ahead and just practice that a couple of times and see if you could really feel or imagine the diaphragm really pushing down into the belly as you inhale. And as you exhale, the diaphragm pulling back up into the rib area here. And then see if you could really stretch the intercostal muscles as well, those muscles that are along and in between the rib cage. So let's try that. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's try one more. Inhale. And a long exhale. Okay. Now, as we move into the three-part breath, imagine splitting the lungs up into the diaphragm, or this lower section. Then you have the rib cage, and then you have the chest. And so you have this three-part section. And as we inhale, we're going to fill the lowest part of our belly with air, and then filling that diaphragm section with air first. And then we'll take another inhale, and we'll fill that rib cage section. And then we'll fill in the chest area here. So you can keep your hands on your belly and your chest here if this is helpful. As you exhale, we're actually going to reverse direction. So we'll exhale from the chest, then the rib cage, and then the diaphragm. When you're breathing in, you really want to feel the belly expanding. And then that last breath, see if you could pull more air in by pulling the sternum, or this bone right here in the middle of your chest, up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, really draw the navel in towards the spine. I would say up and in towards the spine, because when you draw up, that helps to push the diaphragm back up into the rib cage as well. Okay, so go ahead and start either laying down or in a nice seated position with a straight spine. And so as we inhale here, we'll breathe into the low section, the diaphragm, and the rib cage. And then the chest as you pull the sternum up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we'll go backwards, starting from the chest, then the rib cage, and then the navel, pulling the navel up and in towards the spine here. Go ahead and try that again. Breathing all the way in. 1, 2, 3. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3. All right, wonderful job. Go ahead and practice that a couple more times if you are really enjoying that breath. Again, that one's really awesome for helping to expand the lung capacity there. Okay? Thanks for listening. See you in the next video.